Yeah, I guess first just tell us about bottle breachers, what you guys do, and your product. Yeah, just all about bottle
Yeah,
breachers.
no, I'm Mike Wallow and Bottle Reacher. We are a Shark Tank company. Our predecessor was on Shark Tank back in 2014 with Kevin O'Leary, Mark Cuban. They both got an offer from two sharks. I bought them out 2022, 100%. And so we make bottle openers out of once fired 50 caliber ammunition, and also other once fired ammunition that's been decommissioned from the Department of Defense. So a lot of our gifts are for military. They're for military celebrations, balls, military balls. Also for gifts for retirement and so on for this both first responders and military, as well as anybody that is just wants to appreciate the military and crack open a cold one with a 50 cal or with another round. We also have merch. We have shirts and other gear as well. But we employ both veterans and civilians, and I try to keep that ratio at 50-50 to try to have that mix. So people get to work together, and our goal is to breach the barrier between military and civilian life. So somebody coming out of the military and trying to get them to be proactive, have them lined up with a job, and work and integrate with civilian world. And so it's bigger than just selling stuff, right? Selling badass stuff, but we try to we both give back to nonprofits in the form of donations of product and discounts, and monetarily as well. And so our marketing is extremely important to our business. We're an e-commerce business, so both email marketing, website, um, our logos. We put customized logos on our product, and that's where high-end graphics comes into play in a lot of areas where we want design, creative design, from ground up design to using other people's logos to vector them and clean them up to make them ready to engrave on our laser engravers. So that's our story. But,
Nice, awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah.
So, yeah, like some of the stuff you may have touched upon in what you just said, but what challenges were you guys facing that led you to seek us out, to seek
Yeah.
out high end?
Well, I think the challenges that we're facing is we had um, just keeping having someone totally dedicated to graphic design, right? So we've had somebody at one point in time that was in house, but we had to have them do other things too. We got in the weeds with other tasks because we get busy and so on, and we were challenged with meeting timelines, deadlines of turning things around and getting them to our customers from basically taking a logo and having a vector and have it cleaned up. Even when we have campaigns, we have different seasons and different holidays with that throughout the year, is having somebody create a design that can really um, understand our culture and move quickly. And so that's where high end graphics came in, is and just having you guys, we're just working with you guys and have you guys execute superbly, very quickly. Even ground up design, just you get taking the time to get to know our company and know what our brand is, our culture, and what works and what doesn't. And we're unique in a sense that our brand is it's not only just challenging at times to figure out a brand, just I won't say a traditional run of the mill brand, but ours is like a very niche brand, right? And you got to understand the military. You got to understand even terminology, the marketing, what's going to be offensive, what's not going to be offensive. I mean, there's certain things that you don't say, and there's certain things you say, marketing wise, or certain logos you'd create and not create, that would be like, what the heck were you thinking? Versus, this is going to appeal to our client base, right? And so, all in all, I mean, our challenge is just find somebody that's taking the time to get to know the business and also can deliver. I mean, we also we like to plan, but at times you have certain windows of opportunity that come up in the business, like a certain thing, let's say politically, but possibly politically or environmentally or something in the market in the U.S. that provides an opportunity for a new product or a new design. And, you want somebody to like, oh, hey, man, I got a window of opportunity. I need to seize this. I want to capitalize on this. You want somebody to respond quickly and be able to seize and understand what you're saying and seize the opportunity so that you can get that product in people's hands. And it can, your window of opportunity is sometimes small when it comes to military, political climate. And I think you guys have has done a great job of understanding our organization and then adapting quickly and then delivering high quality designs and things that we need that help us market our products.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I just say quality wise, like I talked about, the quality of the graphics are high, very high, both ground up designing something and also modifying an existing graphic. It has been a pleasure to work with both Danny and Pao and the whole team. And you execute. And so finding somebody that's willing to take the time to learn your business and deliver solid results is not the easiest thing to do. And you guys are, as much as it says high-end graphics, and I get, we talk about that, but I get, it doesn't mean you're high-end in terms of cost. It's I would say it's play on words, but it's also it's a value proposition, right? I mean, the high-end is more, it's like providing solid quality and executing, and that's high end. Doesn't mean it's going to break your pocket, but it's high end in a certain sense of quality wise. And so I would give a testament to your guys' quality and your execution. So if anyone wonders, when I first heard high end, I'm like, why am I going to want to go with a high end company, man? It sounds expensive to me, But that's not it's a value. I would say your company name is a value proposition. I think that's true to Foreman. That's true to how I feel about what you guys have done for me. So,
Yeah, that was awesome. I love that. Thank you.
Okay,
So I wanted to ask you about this because you guys have not only, quality product, but you do custom, you do custom work. So people will come to you and say, I want this logo
yeah.
on this bottle opener. They'll come to you. So that's a big part of what you do.
Yeah.
I guess I wanted to touch on that because a lot of printers I'll talk to, they say that's the biggest pain in the butt for them is getting art that's terrible, and then you guys got to rework that, and that's not the best use of your time.
No, and that's good that you hit on that. I mean, it takes a certain skill level. Well, number one, if anyone's dealing with graphic design, I'm not an expert, but I know what's a pain in the butt because I've tried to vector things, I've tried to clean things up. But so, for instance, somebody takes a picture of something, right, and they send it to you, and I'm like, oh my god. You took a picture of it, like that's supposed to be my design for a logo, I do try to. I'm like, no, like, where's the actual design? You can get it. Somebody has it within your company, or somebody there's, and not to say that you guys can't work with that and make it into something different, right? I mean, we do a big part of business is custom stuff, and we want to gear our business more towards business to business, B2B, for larger opportunities, and that sometimes requires I'll say for number one, I like to be strategic. And if there's a company I'm going after business to business wise, I would like to have their logo on a product of ours. Right. And sometimes they're not going to take the time to send me their logo. I have to take it. I'll take their from the website to have it, is it going to have to be modified? It may not be high res, and there's some challenges there. But I want to go to that prospect, that person, and say, look what we did for you. Isn't that so cool? It has your logo on it, right? And I will say, and that's one thing you guys, have been able to do. Like, you've been able to find the answer, find the logo or modify something that is necessary. When a lot of people, so they're doing it in-house or they have a certain company, they're like, no, like, it's not high res. I need a vector. I need you to provide me a vector copy. I'm sorry, I'm not dealing with that kind of stuff. And that's where I think you guys have differentiate yourselves in that way, because you can be creative and or if I say, I like that logo, but I don't want to take that person's logo. I want to make it our own, right? I want you to change it around, and I like this concept of it, but I don't want to steal somebody's concept. I want to make it our own. You guys have been able to take that, turn it into something better, and it looks better, and it's ours, right? It's yours and ours shared. But so I think the custom thing is a big part of our business, and we're really trending in that direction with B2B. So I will say high end has been great in terms of being creative, and also taking something. And I wouldn't recommend to your clients. I'm not trying to tell your customers to go out and find a picture of something and tell you to make it into something, because that's, you're not going to want to do that. I get it, but you can, and you've done it, and and there's those situations that another company may not be willing to take the time to do it, or even take somebody's concept and have the creativity, or not know my company and be able to turn that into something better than what there was out there, and different, to where I don't feel like I'm plagiarizing or we're stealing stuff from somebody else. And so I think that's you got to have as a graphic design company. I know ethics is important, integrity is important, about taking somebody else's work, because you guys do your own work. You wouldn't want somebody to take your work, right? And so you have set the bar for making sure that you're not totally stealing somebody's idea, and we work with me to make what I like about it into something better and something bigger and something that fits with my company. So I can attest to that.
Yeah. Nice.
But,
All right. Cool. Would you recommend high-end graphics to others? And if so, why?
yes, I would, and I have. And I think it comes down to the value proposition. You guys are really reasonable, and I think the work that you've done has been superb. It's been high quality, so high end in that regard, and you guys execute, and you have a team that if something's needed to be done within a given amount of time, that you do your best to, within being reasonable, as long as your customer's reasonable. And then sometimes I think I am, but that you try to do whatever you can to execute and deliver up on that deadline. So yes, I already have recommended somebody, but yeah, I would recommend you guys. So, yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, you gave me so much good information here. Yeah, I guess I want to ask, like, if you could touch upon the unlimited plan, like, I
Yeah.
guess how that's of benefit. So, like, if I show this to other people who might want to sign up, they'll say, "Oh, this is a great deal."
Yeah, well, and I think unlimited plan, it fits well for my organization, because I have constantly I'm having logos that need to be vectored or redesigned or implemented on my product, and I don't know I don't know how I would. I mean, I don't know how to match the value out there, because it's unlimited, and it does. And I've gotten you guys done a ton of work for us at a reasonable cost, and so, like, being unlimited, I mean, it's a perfect fit for my organization, and I would imagine for a lot of other people that just are trying to, whether be innovative or just have a high customer demand, or even doesn't have a high customer demand. To be honest, I mean, unlimited is great, especially for my company. But I mean, it'd be great for any company that's just trying to differentiate themselves from the other competition and create new ideas and concepts, and and then also take other people's, like, take like a customer concept and put that to work as well. Like, hey, and you guys are a reflection. The quality that we're putting out is our organization. So it's a reflection of our organization, and so, like, that's, I mean, especially for mine. But I would imagine that the unlimited plan for anybody would be, I mean, based on the value, would be great, because of the amount of work that you guys put into your projects and stuff like that, and your meeting and exceeding deadlines. So I would say for anybody, I mean, it's an amazing deal. So,
Awesome. Yeah,
so
perfect.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that's great. This is good. Yeah, because you
oh,
touched upon so much just on your own without me even
yeah,
some of the questions you've already answered. So yeah, this is great, man.
good.
I appreciate it.
Feel free to spread the word, and just keep helping me out, man. And we got a lot of cool stuff going on, as you can see.
Hmm.
I think you probably noticed night and day from last year to this year in terms of, like, the direction and stuff like that. Hopefully, because we're cleaning things up. Our website looks 150% better. If you've checked it out, it's easy to use. Products are there. Palace help with the corporate page. Corporate page looks great. That's up and running. And yeah, I mean, like, we got all the problem is, it just these things take time to clean up. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I put myself in a position where, things just got a little not, not it was unorganized and not brand fitting and culture fitting. And I feel like we're with your guys' help. I feel like we're. I mean, for me, I feel like it's night and day with what we're doing right now. So I hope you guys feel the same, that we're headed in the right direction. Because I mean, no one
Yeah.
you want to partner with a company that's going to be successful, not one that has their head up their rear end. So I think we're. I feel good about it. I feel like we're. It's going to be a good year, man. So
Hmm.
yeah. So
Yeah, and I gotta say, I mean, it's an honor working with you guys. Like this, the mission and everything, the vibes are all great. So I
good.
mean, yeah. So that this definitely means a lot to even hear, not just for the sake of the testimonial, but to actually hear like the value we're able to give you. So it makes me feel great that we
Good.
could be part of your team.
Good, man.